solid in the trenches. Fire in our souls, fire shoes on our feet, we can't be beat. Boss Nation, stand up, let the world know. Undefeated season, we ready, let's go.
Yo, we back, man. We back. And we don't know how to act, man. Thought it was about to be the Ocho show, but now it's getting scary. And we're gonna talk about two wide receivers that might be big time sleepers. Colorado, we all know about Miller, the big game killer. Miller show up, start smacking people out of nowhere, then he'll disappear. He'll disappear. Then he'll come up 5 games later, start smacking people again, and start doing some just unheard of stuff. Then he'll disappear again. So hopefully we done with the disappearing, and now we finna get his real. Now I don't know if a lot of people don't know Miller. His nickname is Big O. Now currently on the team, there's an offensive lineman, another offensive lineman that's called Big O. That's his nickname. And Miller was like, "Hey, I'm the real Big O. Don't get that confused." And the offensive lineman looking down at Miller like, "I mean, you was Big O until I got here. Now I'm the Big O." So we about to really see who the real Big O is. And I think number 4 has something to say. So look, we all knew he had different kind of talent. I honestly, I don't really know what it is. I don't know if he's a 50-50 guy. I don't know if he's a possession guy. I don't know if he's an end zone, red zone kind of guy that like to catch touchdowns. I don't know if he's just a guy that shows up in big games, a clutch guy. I don't know what he is, honestly. We all know he has great talent, but we really don't know what he is. So far, since he's came back from his injury, which a lot of people on my show, we thought it was going to take him a while to get back. We thought it was going to take him, maybe game 2 or 3 before he's back at 100%. Right now, he's looking better than ever. And I think 2 reasons why I believe he's better than ever. One, confidence-wise, now he was up next, right? So now it's really his time. It's his 3rd year in the program, knowing Coach Prime and the other coaches, and he's getting familiar with stuff. Now he feels like he's not a senior, but he has seniority over a lot of these guys. Even the seniors that's coming in, that's transferring in, they haven't been in the program as long as him, right? So he got a different kind of confidence. And he's had big games. And we're gonna keep it a buck. He's had bigger games than Travis Hunter. So for Miller, like now it's just a matter of time before I really become him, because everybody else that was in front of me, they pretty much gone now, right? So this is my thing with Miller. I believe Miller can be that guy, but with Colorado, we are so talented. We got so many weapons. How many times will he be the number 1 target? Because you got to have to keep some of these guys happy, right? Seniors that might be able to go to the league, so they're gonna want the ball too, right? Now we got another guy that did something that's almost unheard of. That's Ted Hurst. A lot of people really don't know Ted Hurst. See, and Miller, you my guy, Miller. You my guy. But I got to give Ted Hurst a nod in this segment right here. I got to give Ted Hurst a nod. The reason why I'm giving Ted Hurst a nod, saying he's going to put up the most numbers and all this kind of stuff, he's 6'3". They both like around 6'3", big body kind of wide receivers. Ted Hurst is from Savannah, Georgia. He actually went to Valdosta State. In 2022. I don't know what happened there, but he transferred to Georgia State in 2024. He played there last year, and now he's going into his senior year. So I don't know what happened to that other year, but he's going into his senior year now. And last year he had 57 catches, I think like 900 some yards. I can't remember how many touchdowns. He did pretty good last year. He was one of the top receivers that people thought was going to go into the transfer portal. He's actually the top receiver that didn't go up to a bigger school like Texas A&M wanted him. He refused to go to Texas A&M. He stayed with Coach Dale McGee, and that's why I was telling y'all I feel like Coach Dale McGee is going to bring back a lot of this Georgia talent. He's from Savannah. He was already in state at Valdosta State, so it's not like he had to go get him from Florida or Florida State or something like that. He was already in state, but he put him on a bigger stage, right? And I think this is a good move for Ted Hurst. He could have went to a SEC school or ACC school to try to put numbers up there, but you going into your last year, you might get a chance to play, you might not. You already almost did 1,000 yards at Georgia State. If you come back to Georgia State, you're gonna be the guy. You're gonna be the guy. They're gonna want to pump you the ball. So this is like, look, he's already on the watch list for the East-West Shrine Bowl. So Ted Hurst, and I think he's gonna switch his number to number 1. On the video game, he number 1 and he cooking. Like when I tell y'all, I learned about Ted Hurst playing the college football game. I was like, who is this guy? And then I went and started looking at the highlights. He different, y'all. When I say he different, he long, he lanky, he mauls people. Like, he's doing what I wanted Miller to do. And when I say he catching old folks and he making it look nasty, he got dudes fall on their face. He's making it look nasty. So I feel like he's gonna have another breakout year. He's gonna have the number 1. Like when you get your number, like how he had number 14, right? He had 14. Now he's rocking that number 4. That's where you want to be. This is where you want to be, right? When you have your number, man, it's just different. It's just different. So now Ted is going to have his number. He already had a 900-yard receiving year behind him. He's coming back with the same quarterback. The conference is not as strong as the Big 12. I think he's in the Sun Belt. So he's not going to have the same level of defenders. I mean, I believe, Ted Hurst is going to have a breakout year. Here we go. 56 catches, 961 yards, 9 touchdowns, 6'3", 185 pounds. He kind of slender to be 6'3". I think Travis Hunter was like 185 pounds when he got to Jackson. So, yeah, he might need to put on a few pounds. But I feel like this is my breakout guy for 2 reasons. Coming back with the same quarterback, he's already had success, so he's already their number 1 target. Big O has to take the number 1 target at Colorado. He has to show everybody that he's the guy, right? What's going on, JR?
Yo, Tiger, what's good with you, man?
Hey, man, it's late, but we on, dog. We on.
We live.
yeah, we live. Hey, look what ESPN doing, man.
Why they do that song, man? That ain't him, man.
I'm like, that ain't. Hey, that's my man Williams that just transferred in from Florida State.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, they doing both of them dirty, dog. They just seen a bunch of hair.
They say, yep, they got the hair and they dark skin, man. They're the same guy.
Yeah, they're the same guy.
Oh, man. How they do that, man?
They did them dirty, dog. But that shows y'all, even ESPN don't really have all their ducks in a row.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Even the major networks get it wrong.
With we feel like we talked about it on the last show. We feel like he's gonna have a breakout year. You probably don't know a lot about Ted. Ted Hurst. Like he was on the radar for me. I just found out about him, and I was following Georgia State last year, and I just kind of found out about him. Like, who do you think is gonna have the biggest year?
I mean, I would have to say, and this my reasoning why. Per
What?
you, Tiger, you said Georgia State is where players go to die. That's what you said.
I said that. I said that.
Yeah, you said that. You said Georgia State is where players' career goes to end. You said that.
I said that. When did I
Yeah,
say that? When did?
when them Colorado players ended up at Georgia State, that's what you said.
Oh,
You,
I
you
now
said
probably
that.
I got a little hot with Georgia State last year. And I was mad with the situation when my man Savion didn't get paid. And he talked about that. Savion, that's my guy. That's my guy. But also the D lineman, what's the big boy name? I
I
forgot his name.
forget
The
his
one had the tooth missing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
talking
forget
about?
his name. I forget his name. It'll come to me in the show. I forget his
Yeah, he was
doggone name,
there.
though.
Y'all playing for. He came from Florida State, and he went to Colorado. And they say they had got kicked off the team for like it was a fight or something, but we never seen any evidence of the fight. But that's what we heard. That
Yeah.
was going through the grapevine.
They said he
I
pushed
think his
Coach
name's
Mo or
Thomas or
something
something
like
with a
that.
T. Oh, they
Yeah.
say he pushed on Mo.
Yeah, that's what they said. Like he pushed Coach Mo or something like that. He told
I ain't know
Coach
that
Mo, "You
part.
ain't my daddy," and pushed him or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's right. I heard he say you ain't my daddy. Yeah, I heard he say that part. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was Thomas. I could be wrong, but I thought he was gonna ball out this year and nothing, cause he kind of went down a level. So I thought
Yeah.
he was gonna ball, but he didn't do too much. But Dean, and one thing I will give Coach McGee his credit for, he had two guys come in, Dean and Hirsch, and Hirsch is a big wide receiver. Both of them boys got him to come back and not transfer.
Yeah.
They could have tried to go into the draft because they both had good years, or they could have transferred up. Both of them came back. So I'm gonna give Coach Dale McGee that. Um, like I say, I feel like I feel like O is more talented, like physically wise, but I just feel like it's so much talent on the Colorado team, he's not gonna be the main focus. Like against Vanderbilt last year. Oh, let me play this so y'all can kind of see who my man is. Let me find this. Give me a second, real quick. I seen a video and they was talking about like what he did against Vanderbilt and some of his highlights and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I ain't know he was like that. Like
Yeah.
when
I
you ball
mean,
against the bigger teams, that's when you're
yeah.
gonna
That's
use
when they.
somebody. A
That's
lot of people can
yeah.
put up a lot of yards versus uh, uh Epton State, but when you do
Yeah.
it against a SEC team, that kind of let people know like, okay, you serious.
Yeah. Because that's what everybody said about Will Shepherd. Man, yeah. You remember he put up 100-some yards on Florida. That's all we said. And then it just
Yeah.
go from there. So I'm with you. I mean, if he gonna stick it out at his school, and he the guy, and he gonna get the targets and the yards, you just gotta do your part. You just gotta produce, catch the ball, and get some yards. NFL will find you. If the speed there, you'll get invited to a bowl. I see he already on the list for a Shrine Bowl. Get to a
Mm-hmm.
Shrine Bowl and just make a name for yourself, man. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Bet on
Uh,
yourself.
let me see. Can I blow this up? Can I blow it up? I don't know how I can't blow it up.
Cause he
Well,
can
let me
end
let
up
me.
like what's the name? What was the name? Shane Cooks. That was at Jackson State. Was going off at Jackson State. Then played around with Coach Prime and them talking about, yeah, I'm coming to Colorado, but then didn't come. Went to Auburn or Ole Miss and never saw the field.
Wideout in college football. Georgia State wide receiver Ted Hurst might just be the most underrated wideout in college football. He had 56 receptions, 961 yards, averaged over 17 yards per catch, and had 9 touchdowns. His 961 receiving yards are the most of any Group of 5 player from last season who did not end up transferring to a different school. He put up monster games for Georgia State, having 112 yards, 131, 173 yards, but his best performance is when Georgia State upset Vanderbilt. He had 7 receptions for 120 yards. Keep an eye out for Ted Hurst, the wide receiver from Georgia State, because he might just be one of the best wide receivers in college football this season. Georgia State wide recibber Ted Hurst might just be the most underrated wideout in college football. He had 56 receptions,
he had 7 catches for like 158 yards against Vanderbilt.
123, 2 touchdowns.
Shit, he getting busy.
Yes, sir. And with the upset. So that means it wasn't like the end of the game, Hail Mary throws, you know what I'm saying? You get your stat, you pad your stats at the end. Now he got it in the win.
Yeah, man. That's look, like I said, you're gonna get them targets, and like you said, if you the man, if you the guy there, shit, why you leaving, man? Long as they got a quarterback that can get them the ball. If he put up another 60, 70 receptions, get a 900 to 1,000 yards, somebody in the NFL gonna take heed. So he'll get either a camp invite or a late round draft pick, something like that, or at least get to
that's the thing.
The bowl game.
I think he got the same quarterback from last year. I think he got the same guy that started last year. He used to be at Georgia Tech. He transferred over. That's just like right down the street. Yeah. Georgia Tech, and So I think this is gonna be his second year. So if he almost got a 1,000 yards on y'all first go around, that second go around, y'all the chemistry done got better. Them boys probably really he might do a 1,200 yard season.
No, hey, shout out to him, man. Good luck to him, man. I hope he have a year for sure.